The Jazz are away from home as they take on their Western Conference rival in today's game. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined as always by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. For the Pelicans, happy to be here in New Orleans right now in the midst of a homestand.
Let's go.
Novak's checked in. For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game a loss to the Bulls.
Well, Clark, they really shot terribly from downtown in that one and eventually paid the price for it.
They sure did. I mean, sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but theirs wasn't quite strong enough.
So on the floor for Utah, pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Steve Novak is out there with Trevor Booker, and it's Favors in at the 5.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball at the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
The captain's checked in for Tyreke Evans.
Well, what I really like about Jrue Holiday is his cool, calm, collected demeanor on the court. I mean, it doesn't seem like much bothers him. He stays even keel, and that's exactly what you want in the personality of your floor general.
Pass to Morales. Can't get it to go. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And Kevin, they were able to keep that game relatively close, but you could tell things were not clicking for them.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, it could have been worse, though. I mean, they didn't look fresh at any point in the game. Just seemed to be listless.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. Second, the Pelicans.
Yeah, what a show of strength and rebounding we've seen recently. These guys are playing extremely physically.
New Orleans making a switch here. Withey's checked in, and Utah with a change here too. Cantor's checked in. Doubled by Morales. Burke kicks to Burks. Now the dish to Cantor. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Burks got his 5th assist in this one.
Doing a great job here, able to create some second chance points with their extra effort and hustle.
From past the arc, and he knocks it down. Good looking through there from Morales. Jazz leading by 8. Here's Burke. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from 14. And that one hits back iron.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
He kicks to Burks. Dishes to Burke. The pass to Novak. Nice ball movement by Utah. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Davis, the pass to Holiday. Here's the captain. He's covered by Favors. They grab their own miss. Utah leading. Here is Novak. His last outing, he had 18 points. They set the pick. From the arc. He dishes it to Burke. Another shot. Here's Favors. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Easy call there.
There's no question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
The Jazz have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. And Clark, you brought up second chance points earlier. It's probably the biggest reason for the lead here, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. Anytime you can get those second chance opportunities, I mean, it gives your offense such an injection. I mean, you run good offense, you miss the shot, boom, you come up with the offensive rebound, and you still get 2.
And that's 7 of their last 10 points coming off of assists, guys.
Slick, intentional, willful passing can really break down the defense, and they're showing us how to do it.
And there's the feed to Novak. pass to Exum. Passes to Novak. This one for three. Rejected by Morales. And he recovers it.
Coleman here to take a look at some stats for Holiday. He's averaging 15 points a game, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. I'll tell you what, he's been scary good over that run of games, just taking his usual brand of stellar offense and even building on it.
And Steve, you know that's not easy to do considering the high level he already plays at on an everyday basis. To move the needle another notch higher is special.
Scooped up. Gobert dishes to Cantor. Puts up the baby hook.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. I mean, just getting physical. Like, it feels like they've gotten every rebound. But
here's Morales. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
So that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. It happens far too often. Kevin, they've been playing with an awful lot of energy here, getting a lot of offensive rebounds. That's always an indicator of hustle and energy.
The Jazz have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And for the season, guys, they're about 73% from the line, so kind of a mediocre shooting club.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Exum kicks to Williams. Cantor in the corner. Out left of the wing. Novak with the 3. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. And it's an 11-point Jazz lead.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out, that's the result you get right there.
Substitution here for New Orleans. With he's checked in for Usher. Anthony Davis comes in for Ryan Anderson. The captain's checked in for Quincy Pondexter. And it's Selman's in for Drew Holiday. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Derek Favors checked in for Gobert. Cantor comes in for Trevor Booker. Alec Burks checked in for Elliott Williams.
Hammer time!
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Looking at the games for Hayward, he has 15 points. He's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Now here's Favors. Defense is right there, and that one's good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's a look at some of the stats for Gordon Hayward. This is the kind of play they love to see from him when he's just controlling. 8th in scoring. He's in the top 10 in terms of three-point field goal percentage, so it's really been a good run for him from downtown.
And you don't become a top 10 scorer, Steve, without a variety of offensive moves and a whole bunch of tricks in your bag. So he makes for wonderful highlights the way he can score.
Here's Morales. A second chance effort. Withy, no good.
Great job right there to body him up and affect the trajectory of that shot.
Yeah, that was definitely a forced miss, Clark. He couldn't get off the shot he wanted.
Now here's Burke, averaging 16 points a game. Burke with the screen for Favors. Here's Hayward. Cantor slams it back in. And the Jazz lead by 18.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
Yeah, and that's what's paved the way for them to build this big lead, no question.
Here's Evans, and that one's good. Evans has got 4 points in the quarter.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket. Enes Kanter, originally from Turkey, so real promise offensively. Scores well on that left block, and he does a nice job on the offensive boards as well. At times, he's even shown the ability to step out and space the floor. It'll be interesting to see how his game develops.
You have to wonder, it's certainly worth thinking about with the way Anthony Davis took a big step forward last year. There's a legitimate argument or discussion anyway that he might eventually become the best player in the league at some point.
The first one falls. And the ages add up, guys, in regards to Anthony Davis. You know, LeBron is going to be LeBron for a little while longer, but after that, there's going to be a short list.
And Davis is right in the middle of it when you think about it. I mean, the ability to score down on the block and change teams' game plan with his defense, the way he patrols the paint. I think he's got as good a shot as anybody at being the successor to LeBron's crown.
Here's the captain. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Chicago. Evans kicks to Selmans. Pass to Morales. Shoots a three. And Kanter pulls it down. Utah leading by 16. 1:35 left here in the second. Burke the pass to Novak. Here's Kanter. Soft touch off the glass. Kanter's got 8 points.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the roof.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, Quinn Snyder this season taking over as head coach of the Utah Jazz. Snyder said the fit is terrific. He loves player development. Certainly a nice compliment to this young roster. Snyder's road in the coaching ranks has been a winding one, but he said the adversity he's faced has made him a better coach and a better person. Gentlemen?
His time has come, Doris. All the makings of a great coach. Thank you. Drew Holiday's checked in for the Pelicans. Morales blocked. Burke with it to the paint. Here's Burks. Pelicans pull it in. The captain's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
And that one's good by Novak.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Jazz leading by 18. Here's Burks. Knocks down the 3-ball. Burks has got 8 points. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times.
This should be the last possession of the quarter if they play it right.
And if their clock management's good, it will be.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And Burks hits 2 free throws. 8 seconds left to play in the first half. Holiday the pass to Morales. Good if it goes. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Utah out in front, running away with it. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, obviously things have not gone your way to this point, at least through the first 2 quarters. How